fly off the bench from injuries. Fight, practice squad fight, score a touchdown. Who is he? Then it says your pay is low, the stakes are high. So watch our practice squad fly, fly, practice squad fly, cause your name's a mystery. And then it says EAGL.
That's good, bro.
That's
That's good.
fucking funny.
That's good. That's
That's
good.
pretty funny.
All right. If you guys come jump in as we're doing the stream, hopefully y'all see some of this on the playback. If you guys are trying to ask questions, we're going to get to you guys a little bit later. We will do a question segment. But what we're going to do to start off with is Philly, Mike, and I are just going to have a conversation. We get done with the conversation, guys. We're going to look at your comments, and then we'll tackle your comments as you guys get here. I know no one's here yet, but we all know that you guys are always a couple seconds behind us.
I also did not know you were live when I was saying that.
Oh, you good, bro? Don't worry about it, man. They're going to enjoy it, man. That's a good song, bro.
It's pretty funny.
All right, man. So I'm going to start with the first topic while we got a couple people in the room. All right. Let's start off. Let's talk just for a second about this whole situation going on in Dallas with Jason Garrett. Bro, almost a full decade as their head coach. He's got 20-some years overall as a player, coordinator, and coach with the Cowboys. He's personal friends with Jerry Jones. We all heard Skip Bayless talk about how they go get beer and nachos on Fridays, each Friday. They've had 3 meetings now. 3 damn meetings. They've missed the playoffs 6 out of 9 seasons underneath this cat. The common argument I hear from Cowboy fans is this. This is their excuse that I always hear. He's owned Doug Pederson. Has he? But has he? Because let's break down the actual matchups. Against a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback with a depleted roster, they went 1-1 against us. In 2017, if you want to count that one win at the end of the season and the season that we won the Super Bowl, beat your chest. Okay. You really got swept. Let's just be real. 2018, I'll give you credit. You faced a beat-up Eagles team. We were banged up. We had injuries. Carson was playing with 2 messed up, disc in his back. I mean, but you got us. I mean, look, he played the game. You can't use it as an excuse. You got us. You got us in 2018. 2019, when everything was on the line, you got your ass kicked. So have you actually owned Doug Pederson? What do you think, bro? What do you think's going on there?
He's good. I don't think they're going to let him go. And the worst case scenario, like they've been saying, on these sports channels, that he's going to be somewhere in the office. You know what I mean? And so this next coach who's going to step in has to deal with Jerry Jones overseeing everything to a T, and the fact that Jason Garrett's there. So, at any time, why not bring Jason Garrett back down? Because like Skip says, and a lot of people say, Jerry Jones might be thinking of the fact that they had one of the top offenses in the NFL. They went 8-8 with it, but they scored a lot. I mean, yards, passing, rushing, all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, every other year they win a division. So Jerry Jones probably like, hey, we're not supposed to win a division this year. So they say, you know what I mean?
Do you think they're drowning themselves in stats?
Yeah, yes. Analytics, you know what I mean? And so if you take away the most important thing, the win and loss column, the Cowboys look like, they were saying
juggernauts.
The historical stat line that they put up, the other 7 teams that are close to them, that are a little ahead of them, they all went to the Super Bowl. That's the thing, though. They went to the Super Bowl. They are sitting at home at 8-8.
Eagles clips, Carapul. Hey, guys, how y'all doing? Hey, guys, once again, we're just going to do a general discussion for about first 15, 20 minutes of this live stream. And then, guys, as we're going through the topics, leave your questions. And I promise you, when we get done with the conversation, we're going to get to your questions, guys, okay? All right. You ready to jump into the topic about the Eagles today, man?
Of course.
All right. I'm going to hit you with a hard topic one right from the start, bro. Shelton Gibson. We signed him back, man.
Mm-hmm.
We know he's fast. We know he's elusive. We know that he would make a really good gadget play guy. He's explosive. He's a very good special teams player. He's a really good gunner. However, once again, Deontay Barnett now and Shelton Gibson have leapfrogged Markin McKell on the active roster.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts, man?
Markin and Michelle's never going to see the Eagles team. He's never going to get there. He's not. He's just not. There's no really explanation why. I mean, he had one of the best plays in the preseason. He's definitely a fan favorite. We know he's a fan favorite. But there got to be something said of why these guys get brought to the practice squad and just leapfrogged over. Like you said, and he's putting in that work and just not given the opportunity. Got to be something with maybe he can run straight, but he can't really do much else. Um, Attitude or something. I mean, they got eyes on him at all times, and these guys just bang. Shelton Gibson has been a revolving door for the Eagles for a while now, and he's still just able to hop over him. It's nothing really I can say just looking at it, but it's crazy.
What do you think the fascination is with Shelton Gibson and his Philadelphia Eagles coaching staff? Because if you remember, man, it was like 2 consecutive seasons where, let's be real, he probably should have been cut. And he made the active roster. He made the 53-man. What do you think that fascination is, man? Do you think that's Pederson, or do you think that might be Roseman in the front office?
Probably Roseman, because he's really the most important when it comes to just getting guys and moving pieces around for this organization. But I mean, like, at the end of the day, the Eagles always have decent wide receivers, but he's always been a guy who can get down the field. We just don't give him opportunities. And like your video yesterday, I mean, that pass that he caught against the Vikings is probably the only ball thrown to him, and he caught it. You would think that would make you build off him. A guy catches almost a 50-yard pass, you go back to him, or at least get him some more game reps. But it's been nothing for him. But he has been, out of all these guys who really came on the practice squad and when they play in preseason games, he's been our most like preseason production dude, him and Greg Ward, when they had the chance.
Yeah. This is what I'll say. When I look at Shelton Gibson, I see a kid with elite speed. Hard to find. It's hard to find that kind of speed in the NFL.
Do you know
for whatever reason, there's not a lot of productivity out of this kid. Now, I don't know if that was scheme. I don't know if it was just a pure lack of opportunity. Hard to say. But what I'm alluding to is, and I'll flip this question on you, man. Do you think that they have a role and vision for this kid this time around, outside of special teams play?
Before I answer that, do you know what his 40 is? Do you know what he runs off top of the head?
I don't, man. I'm just judging from him separating from the corners. Just from what I see from his pure judgment from his corner. I can look it up real quick, though. Why, if you want to try to tackle that one, I'll look it up real fast, see what his 40 is.
Yeah, and so it's hard to really say because, like, we don't even think about him in a sense if we're not this depleted. You know what I mean? It's still sad to say that we kept Mac Hollins around for that long. That's real sad that we kept him around for that long. Just seeing what all these young guys are doing. Mac Hollins played for weeks and weeks and weeks and already has less production. Deontay Burnett has more yards than him, I believe, one game. You know?
So he's not as fast as you would think in the 40. He's only a 4.5 guy in the 40. But his 20-yard shuttle was 4.2. His 60-yard shuttle was 10.7. So this dude, hang on, this thing just kicked me out, didn't it?
Yeah, your camera. I was going to wait till you're done.
Yeah, hold up. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to come back in again and then mess. Man, this thing.
Oh, man, that did it to me the first time, too.
Let me go to Cam and Mike. Yeah, I got the right camera selected. Come on, fool. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to leave studio and come back in.
Yeah. Well, while we having technical difficulties, Philly, let's go D. I think it might be a record for a receiver to have that many plays and no catches. Probably. That's something I'm going to look into. That's wild. That's wild. Carapul, probably. Hopefully, no more like that in the future. Start getting guys around them. There you go.
All right, so this is what I was saying. The kid's 60-yard shuttle, man, phenomenal. Phenomenal. It was like 10.71. So he's got that long-winded breath. He's a long-distance guy. His short area speed, not quite as impressive at a 4.5. So he's more track than he is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's interesting, man, because if someone asked me who would be a guy that similar to him that's already on the roster, I would have thought that Marcus Green would have been a shoo-in. I mean, quick
Yeah.
guy, you know, I don't know how he plays as a gunner. Maybe Shelton Gibson is just a much better gunner, but it did shock me, man. I was like, wow, like that ain't what I didn't expect to wake up and see that.
No, I didn't. But I mean, at this point, do you think again when we go into we stay in our 12-man personnel, so like what are the when you got two tight ends on the field at the same time, who's your preferably two receivers you want on the field for the majority with what we got? Who would you take?
What we have right now?
Yeah, yeah.
You're talking about if we're in like 12 man where we're only running two receivers out?
That's what we stay in for the large percentage.
I would say that we probably keep true to form of what we got, which is Greg Ward Jr., Rob Davis right now. Obviously, you can use a guy like why am I slipping? Joshua Perkins as a receiver / tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I had a hell of a time when I was watching film trying to figure out, damn, is this a 12 man? Is this 11 man? There were times I was calling things 11 man that probably really and honestly were 12 man. Like because of the tempo of the offense, it was really hard to judge if they were lined up like Zach Ertz would be, or they lined up like a receiver would be. And oh, by the way, Zach Ertz lines up like a receiver anyway, so it already kind of skews it. So I was like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? But I would probably run with Rob Davis, and I'd probably run with Greg Ward Jr. mostly. And then I would probably mix in Deontay Burnett, and I would mix in J.J. Arcega-Whiteside as, as you can. You know what I mean?
He didn't do nothing last game.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think he was still hurt, man. I think that foot's a little more serious than maybe what they're letting on, to be honest, because he don't look explosive out there at all.
No, but as an explosive offense, this was the best. This was the first time in a while we've seen 35 plus yards airtime, like to the Rob Davis. It was called back on a flag. When that flag, I was like, of course, our first long pass and forever long flag. But
Deontay Burnett looked impressive, man. Deontay Burnett was like dangerous out there on the field, man. He looked a lot faster. Like I told people, I said, yo, don't look at his 40 time. Don't go look at his combine. Don't go look at his pro day and think that we have an idea about who this kid was. He was dealing with this serious like hamstring injury, and it clearly hampered his ability. And the dude's not a 4.7. Like that guy's definitely 4.5 or below. Like he was getting some serious separation out there.
Yes.
I mean,
so quick question. As you feel today on this Thursday, and they said, Zach Ertz got some reps out there doing some like mental walkthroughs and whatnot, not clear for content. Do you think he gives it a go on Sunday at 4:30? Hey, at least we're the last playoff game.
I'm confused, Philly Mike. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on with this dude. Like, I heard a report that someone from the hospital said that he lacerated his kidney. Mm-hmm. But then Doug seemed to indicate don't believe the report.
Yeah.
So is that just smoke and mirrors to throw Seattle off, or is he legitimately saying like, yo, that report's trash? He didn't lacerate his kidney.
Yeah, because he didn't elaborate on it. And see, Doug's press conference, he's always just any injury news, he just says, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. But for him to go out there and physically say, that's not what I heard, like that's not what my team doctors tell me. So it's really.
Then again, how trustworthy are our team doctors? We've had a little bit of problem.
You're right. You're right.
All right.
It's rough.
I want to hit you with another one. Another new signing. Elijah Holyfield. We got the champ, bro. We got the champ. All right. We pick up a fourth running back. Here's my question, man. Are you concerned about Miles Sanders or Jordan Howard?
A little bit both, but more Jordan Howard. More Jordan Howard for the simple fact you thought he was going to get – I thought he was going to get a role with Miles Sanders and Boston Scott being healthy. When Miles Sanders went down, tried to come back, and couldn't go again, it showed Jordan Howard numerous times on the sideline. Ready, had his visor on. He looked like he was ready to go. No, I don't care how good Boston Scott's doing because we already know Deuce Staley, no matter how good one running back does, he uses two backs at all times, no matter what. So the one time they put him in the game, they do a play action pass anyway. Don't even let him run it once just to see how he feels. So in that sense, man, I think Miles Sanders is going to tough the ankle out and tape the ankle up way before whatever shoulder hurts, because clearly he didn't run.
If Howard's ready to go, if Sanders says, "Bro, this is the playoffs. I'm a rook. You ain't pulling me out this game," like
that was an update today. That's what he said. He said it's the playoffs, man. I'm going to be there. So I don't know.
What do you think the role is for Holyfield then? Do you think he's just maybe break in case of emergency?
Yeah.
Special teams? I kind of have the same feeling, but I do hope that we see him maybe a handful of times.
Yeah.
During this run, because I'd like to see what the kid has. Because the one thing that caught my eye during the conference, is that Doug Pederson said, "Hey, man, we had our eye on this kid during the draft. They were high on this kid."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that when the coach says that, that's got meaning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he clearly thought something about him.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. All you guys that are in the chat, guys, we're going to get to your comments, guys. Have faith in us, man. We're going to get around to it. We're just doing a quick kind of like 20, 30-minute conversation between Philly Mike and I. And then we're going to go through and read all your comments and get to you guys, all right? So, Philly Mike, let's get to the game this weekend, bro. What everyone came here for. Title of the video is, the Eagles have never been favored in a playoff game under Doug Pederson. As a matter of fact, let me read it to you, man. January 13th, 2018, versus Atlanta, we closed at 3-point underdogs. January 21st, 2018, versus Minnesota, we closed 3-point underdogs. February 2nd, 2018, in the Super Bowl against the New England Dookie Pats, we closed 4.5-point underdogs. January 6th, 2019, at Chicago, I could only find the opening on this one. We opened 5.5-point underdogs. January 13th, 2019, at New Orleans, we opened 9-point underdogs. Should have bet that one because we would have won on that one on the opening, bro. We didn't win the game, but we'd have definitely beat the spread there. All right. January 5th, 2020, versus the Seahawks, 1.5-point underdogs. Bro, we're 4-1 against the spread, and we beat the spread every time at home. What's your thoughts, man?
We winning. Yeah, being home is great. Like I said, our defense allows 17 points at home. On the road, our defense is some type of a liability with 29 points. That's a lot. You know, we're not trying to ask this offense to score north of 30 every game this playoff run. So it's important that our defense comes out at home and gets a jump start for these playoffs, holding the Seahawks around 17. They scored 17 last time, and we turned the ball over 5 times. You get 5 extra possessions, and you still hold them to 17. Kudos to the defense.
I agree, man. I think that we're being slept on once again. I think people are crazy to put us as underdogs, to be real. I think it's crazy to put us as underdogs. They're clearly not paying attention to the fact that this Seahawks team has lost 3 of its last 4. It's coming in ice cold. I'm sorry. It played a good game against San Fran. But let's be real. I don't know, man. I just feel this team is much different from week 12 when we played them. And I'm gonna switch into the next topic I got here, which is those key matchups versus Seattle. I'm gonna give you what bothered me the most about that Seattle game. Carson Wentz had a bad game. He clearly got frustrated in the second half. Started throwing some crazy passes out there out of frustration. No doubt about it the first time around. But the matchup that pissed me off the last time we played them was on our O-line versus their D-line. Al Woods, Quentin Jefferson, Poona Ford. What's that dude's name? They got a really good defense lineman there. I'm trying to think of his name.
Who?
Seattle. They got a really good Jerron Reed. Bro, they dominated our O-line. I had a play that I pulled up on film on my video I did on one of the videos I did breaking down what happened in that game, to where Kelsey got pushed back in the backfield like 5 yards. I mean, it was ridiculous on film. Suamalo had his feet taken out, like got lifted and swum, and hit him with the swim move after lifting him. Like, to me, that's the matchup, bro. I respect the hell out of Russell Wilson. I'm a fan of Russell Wilson. I'm an NC State guy. I went to school there. I had plenty of time to watch this kid play at NC State. I know he's dangerous. I know he's good. Our O-line can't get manhandled like this against this D-line again. Can't happen. And by the way, we're facing the same exact factors we faced the last time we played them. Brandon Brooks couldn't play.
Anxiety.
Right
now
tackle.
I got anxiety.
We were out without Lane Johnson. Whole right side of the line was down.
Do you think Lane Johnson plays?
I sure as hell hope so. I hope he does, man. I'm not going to make any predictions if he plays or not, but I hope he does, man. It's hard to come back from a high ankle sprain this early, man.
Yeah.
I think if he can put weight on it, it's Lane Johnson, man. The kid, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not just going to say, like, oh, like, my foot hurts a little too much to play. Like, you know what I mean?
I think he plays. I think, again, up to him. I think he would have tried to play the other game because they were important, but this now is the actual playoff games. Each other game was treated like a playoff game, but now being the playoffs, Bleen has been, 2 weeks now?
Yeah.
3 weeks. This will be the third week. I think he can get in there, and he's going to try to give it a go, I believe. But yeah, and now, like you said, their D-line destroyed our O-line. That was without Clowney.
Yeah.
And so Clowney will be there.
Cara, I don't know if I smell, but my damn dog smells because she done busted ass in this room with me, and I'm stuck in here now. All right. I'll give you some more. All y'all in the comment sections, I'll give you guys a game to go look up before we play Seattle this weekend. I'm going to give you 2 games. Go back and watch how New Orleans beat Seattle earlier in the year without Drew Brees. And go back and watch how the Ravens dismantled them. I'm telling you, there is a recipe to beat this team. It's utilizing 2 tight end sets correctly and utilizing 2 running back sets correctly. If you go into 20, 21, 22, and 23 man personnel, there's 2 back sets, and you go into 12 and 13 man personnel, there's 2 and 3, tight end sets, and you get physical with this team and you beat them on the line of scrimmage, you take away their ability to control the time of possession, they're in trouble. And they're already going to have a hell of a time controlling time of possession because their running game it's been strung together. I mean, they brought back beast mode to try to figure this out. And they do got a young dude. I can't remember the guy's name, but I did watch him a little bit. They're changing pace back. He's fast. The boy got some feet. But that's certainly not Penny. Certainly not Chris Carson.
Penny killed us last time.
Mm-hmm.
Like 13 carries for $129.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Hey, yeah, and like I said, and you're right, we definitely need to keep the 12 personnel because the Seattle Seahawks are like second to last guarding the tight ends, man. They allow the 31st most yards against tight ends, and they're like 28th against the runner backs, which is like if the Eagles' totality when it comes to offense is throw to the runner backs, throw to the tight ends. We just last week started incorporating some wide receiver play. Finally, some wide receiver play. So with that being said, they know what they need to stop, but they just don't got the tools to stop it. The only dude in there is Bobby Wagner because he's one of the best linebackers in the game. I don't understand why they're so bad against the tight ends. But lastly, I want to say is oh damn, now I forgot real quick. Their defense is suspect. It's not good. But they are third in the NFL in takeaways. They got 32 takeaways on the season, and that was our Achilles heel last time we played them with the 5 turnovers.
They're sneaky good on the defensive line, and they do create turnovers.
Yeah.
But their secondary is very suspect.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you guys, what I'm saying about that New Orleans game, guys, New Orleans pretty much has played this offense for a long time, but that up-tempo, quick timing and rhythm offense that we've been running for the last 4 weeks, New Orleans destroyed them with that. No, I wouldn't say destroyed them. They didn't destroy them, but New Orleans gave them fits with it. They definitely had them on their heels.
That was with Bridgewater.
That was with Bridgewater, with Teddy, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they had a game plan. They used a lot of the screen game. I think we need to do a lot of the same thing, man. Multiple set formations, move players around. We need to motion a lot. We need to be in those 2 back sets. We need to be in those 2 tight end sets. We need to take it to that defensive line. And you know what? Screen them. I know people don't like the stats from the screens because when you go look at the advanced analytics, like it's showing like, oh, he's only throwing the ball down the yard, down the field, 5 yards. But you know what? If it brings you to the Super Bowl, who cares?
W's. Fuck it.
What Shannon Sharp say? He only serves one thing?
Hot L's.
Exactly. We just don't want to be on that menu, bro.
No, no, no. Not walking to him. Not walking to him.
Yeah. All right, you want to hit some of these comments?
Go ahead. Go ahead. You can go ahead.
All right, guys, we'll hit some of your comments now, guys. All right. So let's see. All right, Eagles Clips, Carr, what's going on, guys? His hands don't seem as good, at least with practice. Are you talking about Mark and McKell? Yeah. I don't know, man. I haven't watched a lot of them, to be honest, Carr. I mean, I'll have to defer to you on that one. I do know that wasn't that kind of the knock on Shelton Gibson for a while though too, that his hands weren't the greatest.
Yeah, he did drop some passes in like this first stretch here, but the dude gets down the field. That was his whole thing. He got down the field. Is just Nelson Aguilar.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Sadon Alaron? What's going on, bro? Let's go D. I think it might be a record for a wide receiver to have that many plays and no catches.
Yeah.
Hey, at least he's a record setter, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Kingsmar, hot take. I don't think it is as much, but Rasul Douglas would be a Pro Bowl level player if he was a safety. He has all the ball hawking skills, but he's just slow. King Meyer, I think he's better in off. I think he's better in off coverage. Yep. I do think he's better when he's playing corner at the zone, which would lead you to believe that a guy of his size, his stature, would probably be a pretty effective safety. I don't know about terms of projecting how talented or how skillful he would be, but I do think there's reason. Like I think there's reason behind what you're saying. Sadon said Robert Davis and Greg Ward in terms of the two receivers.
Yep.
Philly, let's go D. Does Ertz play this week? I can't see it. Carr kind of answered that one. He hasn't been clear for contact yet, man. Lane Johnson is key this week. We need him. Yeah, bro. We do. Definitely.
Oh, shit.
So King Meyer said, people tell me injuries happen to every team, and that's true, but tell me one time you ever seen all the key players hurt and also have people not able to get the medical tent because it's full.
Never. Not like
That's the first time I ever seen it. First time I ever seen it, man.
I bet you this game we got 2 medical tents.
Dino Bono, this is going to be a better game this time. Different team. 100% agree, man. Wentz is locked in. Carl said Howard was doing more in practice, but he hasn't played in 6 weeks. Yeah, they did say that they were going to work him pretty hard in practice this week, Carl. So that's kind of a good sign because he needs to get his conditioning up.
Kara's answering all these questions in the chat because we were slacking. I like that.
Don, that's funny, bro. Don say, hey, bro, y'all can have this conversation over the phone.
Yeah, I've seen that. I didn't want to, when we were talking, he said that, but let's get down.
All right, so Wentz has trust in this team, not the other team with Nelson and Alshon. We will surprise everyone. Wentz is locked in. We agree, man. We agree, Donald. I think Wentz is give him the opportunity to put D-Jax back in the lineup with him.
Oh, man.
Then let's talk. Then let's talk about the talent on this football team. What's up, Lone Revolver? How you doing, bro? Holy H2O. What's good, bro? What's up, Brian? How you doing, man? All right, Jimmy Wine. No one likes us. We always get underdogs. It's because, believe it or not, we are a threat to the other teams. Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to play us right now. No one knows what to expect from us. No one has no clue what to expect from us.
Yeah, Jimmy Wine. I agree. Listen, at the end of the day, I much prefer in this last 3-year sample size. I much prefer going into this game as underdogs. It's a game that the team sees all week. We're underdogs. They don't overlook nothing. They say, okay, Seattle, we played them close last time. 5 turnovers. That's all we got to do. We go into that game with the mindset saying they're coming into our house favored again. Like the Cowboys are favored. What happened there? So, like, I respect the fact that we're going to continue to be on. There's not going to be a game this year that we're favored in. There's no team in this playoffs. I mean, even if we were going against the Vikings, they're going to favor each and every team, every game. And we're going to continue to prove them wrong, or at least play tough. This team got a lot of fight in them. They do not give up.
Maniac Matt said that he was out in Wichita Falls in Texas, and he ran into an Eagles fan all the way out there. Maniac Matt, my uncle, man, he lives in Austin. He's out there in Austin. He's an Eagles fan. We're out there, bro. We're starting to spread, man.
Hey, Gate City. So, what's it called? Lone Revolver said a question, and he put a question mark behind it. He said, and we touched on this, but he probably came in a little later. Do you believe the Eagles will use Shelton Gibson in this game?
Ooh, that's very specific.
Yeah, and what he come yesterday? So,
Yeah, I'll say this. I think Shelton Gibson has a better chance of being utilized than other players coming in for the first time because he has some familiarity with the system, with the route tree, all those type of things. Now, I think the problem you have with feeling confident in saying that he's going to get touches is who's he taking the touches away from? That's the problem. So I don't know. Maybe they're going to draw up some kind of gadget play for him or something like that. But, I really, when I watch film, and I like what I'm seeing out of Rob Davis on film, man. He's getting separation. Like he drew a pass interference the last game. He had a nice catch called back. I mean, I like what I'm seeing. Deontay Burnett showed up, man. Greg Ward Jr. he's a beast, man. Like
Greg Ward Jr.
Maniac Matt had asked about Miles, but Kara said gave him that, yeah, he's gonna play.
Hey, I got one for you, Gay City.
What's up?
Dope 72 Dubs said, "How do you think Doug is going to call this game?"
Up tempo, hurry up to hit them in the beginning. I honestly believe there's a lot of film, there's a lot of tape that shows that. I think we'll be based 12 man. We always are. But I did see like the first 4 series of the game last week, they did at least one play pretty much every series minus the third one. That's the 3 and out we had. They went into some 2-back sets there at least once in each of those series. So I would expect them to be utilizing some 2-back sets. I mean, they need to use a lot of motion. They need to definitely get guys freed up and just attack quick, push it downfield.
And the Seattle Seahawks defense allows 117 on the ground, and they allow a whopping 4.9 yards a carry. So, I think Doug is in the last couple of games, he's been really good trying to, at his level, commit to the run. I mean, anytime you run the ball over 20 times with Doug Pederson, you got to be a little happy because sometimes you don't even get to that 21st hole.
I didn't get to this stat the last time, guys, but the first 4 offensive possessions of last week, the Eagles had 12 running plays, 15 pass plays, and 1 scramble. I don't put scramble in either category.
Yeah, but that's
balanced,
good,
bro.
That's
balanced. Good. We were balanced as hell attacking them. So,
hey,
all right, let's see what we got here. We got, hang on, some scrolled past me already. The Gambling Hippie. I definitely like the Eagles this week. I'm sure Doug Pederson didn't show his playoff playbook against Seattle the first time. Nah, bro, he didn't show it to him yet. Nah, he didn't show no one nothing like that yet. Philly, let's go D. Why the Patriots had been so good caused the surprise of new players. Pretty good point, man. It's hard to game plan for players you're not familiar with. When there's not a lot of game film on those players, it's really difficult to understand what they're good at doing, where their weaknesses lie. Like you're just really focusing on like, hey, if we go into our base defenses, can we shut it down?
Hey, Philly Fresh just said they can't cover tight end and runner backs, and their weakness is our strength. That was my whole video I did on New Year's Eve was a little bit about that boy Holyfield because I just like his run style and whatnot. Like I said, Miles Sanders is our guy. But yeah, man, like I said, 31st in the NFL when it comes to tight end receptions and yards, and 28th when it comes to runner back yards. So all we got to do is go in with this dink and dunk offense and kill him with it.
Exactly. Donald Bynum. If we win this week and get D-Jax back, I'm the first to say it. We gone to the bowl. Jordan Howard and D-Jax back changes the game. Plus the new weapons we have, I'm the first watch. Hey man, it makes us very, very difficult to beat. We would be up there, in my opinion, with New Orleans and probably Green Bay. Green Bay would probably be the next dangerous team I'd put up there. New Orleans and Green Bay. I'm not disrespecting San Francisco. That defense is good, guys, but that defense has been getting gashed lately.
Yep. Hey, you're one of your new subscribers, the one you shouted out, Mona Lisa. She said, "I hope we don't need two medical tents." Back when we were talking about the medical tents,
They're gonna build one
hope
big
so
super
too.
one. The whole sideline's just gonna be blue.
Yeah, they
Big
all
blue
camping
tent.
inside the blue tent.
Carpool. I'm actually pretty confident in this one. We are a different team, not just in players, but how the players are used in scheming better. 100% Car. You're on to something there. It's not so much that we're just plugging these guys in. It's the way the coaching staff has found this newfound creativity to actually scheme them open and get them the ball. And give Carson credit too, because Carson ain't hesitating to put that ball in there out there for him.
No. I like the video you broke down that he like that when he got the ball in 2 seconds. Right now, he's seeing his read. If he's confident in it, he's not hesitating.
Yep.
See that whole we all
He
know
wasn't
Carson.
doing that earlier.
Correct. But there's two different types of holding the ball. Carson,
Mm-hmm.
when people say for Carson Wentz to not hold the ball ever, I disagree to the extent that he makes his money like Russell Wilson does in extending plays. But when you extend plays is different that when you hold the ball because you don't trust your receiver. See, now he got these guys doing he can hit him on a first drop back because he knows where they're going to be. Greg Ward and him are starting to get that rapport. Like Greg
Yeah.
Ward's not even out of his break last week, and he's already zipping it to him. That's what you need.
Eagle Clip said, walk it to him, going to tear up the Seahawks defense. Hey,
Yeah, he is.
that's where my money would be too, bro. Holy H2O said, Doug got to chill with the predictable screenplays. You know, it's a weird relationship with the screenplays with Doug Pederson because I do think he's actually one of the better designers of the screenplays, but I think because of the lack of weapons we've had this year, he kind of does become very reliant on them
Yeah,
to
and
move
see
the ball.
the thing is sometimes runner back screens are more predictable, but what I can see is like
Mm-hmm.
Doug Peters is very creative with his screen game because he does screens where they don't come out like a screen. Like you see, he'll have certain receivers go out and do like the running routes, and you got guys acting like lingering around, but not really showing that they're going out for the screen. So at the end of the day, if you do get too predictable, if you try to do like 2 to 3 screens in a row, like we did that one drive where it was like screen, swing past Miles Sanders, that's when it starts to get a little bit too much.
This is a good question, man. Dope 72 D Dubs. Did you see that one?
No, go ahead.
I know we live and die by the blitz. Do you think Jim is going to back off this game or bring pressure?
I think back off.
I think that's a good question, man. Situational. I would say situational, D Dubs. Situational, man. Early in downs, he's probably going to play a zone.
Definitely.
If we can get them into. See, here's the thing, man. The biggest problem I have with Jim Schwartz this time is that there are times we'll get teams into 3rd and longs, like 3rd and 7, 3rd and 10, right? I'm not talking about like a 3rd and 20, like something ridiculous. And instead of bringing pressure and playing man, he'll back right into that zone. And that's a pain in the you know what, because it's if one person breaks a tackle, man, like you know what I mean.
But like I said, I think the way again. We've been playing good runner backs lately, so you're really stacking the box to stop them runner backs. Marshawn Lynch, I mean, we can pretty much. I think our front four can do the job with a little bit of once in a while help. Last time we played Russell Wilson, we got 6 sacks on him. We're gonna want something like that. But again, we're gonna be who knows about Jalen Mills? Maybe he plays, maybe not. Maybe people don't want him to play. And Sidney Jones and them boys had a good game, but I mean, you can't just one good game and just automatically put him on the island all day, you know? So
also, everyone in the comment section and Philly Mike, if you haven't seen it either, guys, there's a clip I saw on Twitter from Dan Orlovsky. He did a breakdown of that Dallas Goedert red zone catch where Dallas Goedert broke one across the middle in the red zone. Go back and watch that. If you want to see the development of Carson Wentz and how he can move a safety, watch what he does with his eyes and his arm on that throw. He saw something that look, guys, I played quarterback, but he played quarterback at a much higher level than me. And
just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Never got that paycheck from the pros, bro. He spotted something I would have never caught on film in a million years. It was just a simple hand tap. I wouldn't even picked it up. Honestly, I would have never picked it up. But he's like, look, this is the difference between elite level quarterbacks here. how he can move that safety by just tapping the football. Guys, go back and watch that. It's pretty cool.
Dan Orlovsky's always showing Carson Wentz's good stuff. I love that man for that. That man's on his definitely defending to Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman is a joke.
What's up, Pepper? Good to see you in the comments. If Ertz go, he should be a decoy with kidney. Scares me. Philly Fresh, man. I don't know what's going on there, bro. I'm kind of scared. I don't know, man. I'm scared. I'm scared for his health, man. I don't want to risk anything. I don't want to risk anything either, man. That scares me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're not talking about like a guy toughing out, like, an injury. Like, we're talking about something that could potentially be life-threatening.
Yeah, ribs by itself is one thing, Yeah. But this is next level stuff. So, like, I know, and there's not too many people on the team that's going to try to be more as tough as like Elaine Johnson and Zach Ertz. If they sit out, there's something wrong because they're two people who will give it a go no matter what.
Jimmy Wine, my bad, man. I almost missed you, bro. I see everyone on the team just doing their job. We going to see a lot of changes in the game to throw off Seahawks and leave them clueless of game plays. But I'm hoping that it works out for us. I think so too, man. I think you're going to see a lot of, lack of better words, guys, a lot of razzle dazzle.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see a lot of window dressing, a lot of movement. The gambling hippie. Only team I don't want to see on this run is the Saints. Probably going to see them.
NFC Championship is the only way, though.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take it.
See, at this point, look, if the Eagles beat the Seahawks, right? The Eagles beat the Seahawks and the Saints beat the Vikings, then we play San Fran and the Saints play Green Bay.
Yep.
If the Minnesota Vikings win, we go into Lambeau.
Yeah, Lambeau is a tough place to play, too, in like January, late January, man. I mean, you're talking, that's real cold weather.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't think the Vikings are going to beat the Saints, to be honest. But
Me neither. But I'm more talking about that Green Bay and New Orleans matchup.
Yeah.
That's a tough place to play late in the season, man.
Drew Brees don't like playing outside.
No, he don't. He doesn't.
He don't.
Let's see. Only team I don't. Okay, we read that one. I could see heavy Jordan Howard and Boston Scott this week, and then back to Sanders next week due to ankle. I think it just gambling hip there. I think it's going to depend on just how injured he is. I don't know, man. Like, bro, once they hit you with that anti-inflammatory, those guys they perk up pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Modern medicine do a lot of things. When you get paid that much money, you got that much stuff over there. Boop, good.
Carr said, "Yeah, the Saints spank our heinies." Philly really Fresh, the defense played Russell good last game. Yeah, they did a pretty good job. They did a good job. Philly, let's go D. Very good point, man. Our D ends need to keep Wilson in the pocket. Containment. Yeah. Containment is the key. Both on Wilson, running backs, that's the Achilles heel of the Eagles defense when it comes to run defense and just quarterbacks gashing us. Is sometimes we get over aggressive and we lose containment. Gap responsibilities get lost and someone breaks one on us.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. We want to get up the field to get Russell, but you got to keep containment because that's important with a guy like him. And again, we did a very good job the first game. 6 sacks. The only game we had more sacks against was the Jets. It's just because we just had a sack party. It was a sack party. What do we have, 11 or 10?
Yeah, it was a lot, man. Eagles clips. Josh Perkins over Zach Ertz. I'll say this about Josh Perkins, man. Perkins has been really good. Like, he's fast. For a tight end, his hands are pretty decent. I mean, I was not impressed with Perkins in the preseason. I'm pretty damn impressed right now. I mean, what's your thoughts, man? What do you think about Perkins?
Yeah, I really agree. When what was the game where all the receivers went down? When Alshon really went down, that was against the Giants the first time.
Yeah.
When they started playing Josh Perkins and they really started moving him out as a receiver, like legit receiver, and I was like, wow, this guy's is pretty good. And I thought I remembered him from before just being really just nothing. Because I could have sworn he was on we used him little bit once in a while before, but I like it. And I like the routes he's running. The one that Carson missed him, I believe what the announcer says, like Carson missed Boston Scott. no doubt about it. But
Absolutely.
the one with Josh Perkins, I think Josh Perkins stopped his running. Remember when they saw that one? He stopped running a little bit, and Carson like sailed it a little bit. They got to get a little bit more of a rapport together. But Perkins is legit.
Cash face, Philly Mike, what's good?
What up? What up? What up?
All right, let's see. Sadon Alaron. Russell Wilson only threw for 201 touchdown and 1 pick. I'm not worried about him. They need to be more worried about us. We know our team. Everybody else is just finding out we have good players. I think it helps that they are allowing us to keep playing this underdog card. It's helping us. It's a new locker room that's feeling disrespected and wants to earn its way onto a roster.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
hey, Randy Jones says Dallas is going to play a big role. I think this was our last, either in one of my videos or our last live feed we went when Philly Fresh was on here. I said it's crazy because, Maniac Mac said that Dallas Goedert is more explosive than Zach Ertz and blah, blah, blah stuff, and which we both agreed with. We talked about Zach Ertz is still the route, knows all the route tree, the BFF. Yep. But here's what I've been seeing, and here's what I'm happy I saw. When Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert are on the field, the defense is automatically finding where Zach Ertz is and using bracket coverage or double coverage on him. So when Zach Ertz is in the game, Dallas Goedert got a lot of man-to-man coverage. You saw them doubling Dallas Goedert in this game, and they put the focus to him, and he still beat the double. So Dallas Goedert, this game was the first small sample size to show that he can be a main guy in the tight end position.
Yeah.
He really put up.
All right, y'all. Philly Fresh. Guys, if you're not familiar with Philly Fresh does these giveaways where he'll do like a gift card to Walmart or, he does different ones. So there's a little caveat to that, man. You got to subscribe to him, and then you got to leave a comment on his video. But basically what he does, guys, is he'll guide you into, like a topic, like how many scrimmage yards is this player going to have, stuff like that. So his topic for this week is this, guys. How many yards is Boston Scott going to have from scrimmage? All right. So you're going to have to go in, subscribe, comment, and tell them how many scrimmage yards for Boston Scott, guys. Take advantage of it, man. Philly Fresh always does these giveaways, man. He's a good dude.
Jimmy, here's one for you. You can answer this one. Jimmy Wine says, do you think we should use a spy for Russell in the pocket? We did that a little bit last time with Malcolm Jenkins, though. I almost can swear Malcolm Jenkins did a lot of spying last time we played. I thought so, at least.
If beast mode is in the game, I think you do spy on Wilson just because there's not a lot of threat of beast mode running anywhere. I'm not worried about beast mode streaking down the sideline on a catch. You know what I mean? So you don't really need to spy the running back like that. So I would say yes. They're changing pace back. I don't know about how well he can catch, man. He's a newer guy. I've only saw like a little bit of film on the guy, but my man got feet. He can run.
You know what they're doing?
You gotta be careful. Yeah.
They see all the success we got from our practice squad. They're dipping into their practice squad.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta be careful there. They're changing pace back, dude. He's got some short bursts, man. He's fast. Let's see. Lane has to play because Brooks is out. That whole right side of the O-line will be vulnerable if not. Yeah, I mean, that matchup is scary, bro. It's a scary matchup, man.
It is. Now, I'm not going to say that Vitae and Matt Pryor is not doing. They're filling in as best as they can, but you still want a guy like Lane Johnson there to really stop Clowney, because Clowney.
I'm confident in Matt Pryor. I'm scared for Vitae on the edge, bro.
Yeah, because right guards, that they got help from the center and the right tackle and whatnot. But
Vitae's a big guy. He can move some people just like Brandon Brooks. He's a big guy. Yeah. He's not nowhere near the talent level Brandon Brooks is, but he's a big physical guy. I honestly think that what concerns me more so, guys, is that center in the left side of the line, outside of just Vitae getting beat like a stepchild. I mean, that's definitely concerning, guys. But what I saw on film from Seomalu and Kelsey against the Seahawks the last matchup, it cannot happen this time around. It was bad, man. It was really bad. Listen, we can't be letting Al Woods push us back like that again. Yeah. It was embarrassing. It's embarrassing, man.
Now again, Carson Wentz fumbling, that's on him. And like I said, that's the only knock that he has to correct. He knows it. He's doing better. But we're not helping him by letting him get harassed like we did last game.
Yeah.
He had what was it? 3 fumbles, 2 lost, one pick back up. But we put him in bad situations, like you said. Kelsey's in the throwing area. Like you say, he's sitting in his lap. How do you?
Bro, it was
How do
bad,
you?
man.
You can't step up in the pocket if the center is on your lap. You just can't.
So that play that Suamalu got beat on down by the goal line, where they threw. Luckily, Carson got the ball in his hands in no time and hit Goddard in the flat real quick. But Suamalu got blown up, man. I mean, it looked like I don't remember who beat him. I don't remember if it was Jerron Reed or who it was. Maybe it was Quentin. I don't remember who it was, but bro, they looked like Reggie White out there the way they beat him, man. Lifted the man off his feet, swung move his ass. Like, I mean, come on, man. You can't get beat like that in the NFL, bro. I mean, there are millions of people watching film seeing that. Like,
that's when you started your segment. You can't. What was that little thing you were saying? Your segment was like, you come on, not come on, man, but you had one where you were saying like,
oh yeah. It was something like that. Yeah.
yeah,
You got to do better than that.
you got to do better than that. Yeah,
Yeah. I got to go back to that. But
that
luckily,
was
I
cool.
had to
That was
do 'em.
funny.
Yeah. Luckily, I had to do them recently.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I ain't got to make one until next year, guys. No, you got to be better than that. That's what it was. You got to be better than that. That's what the segment was. Yeah. Don't jinx us. So far, Carr, I haven't had to make that video again. I almost had to the first half of the Giants game because, that was ugly.
Oh, that was everybody was. But hey, Randy Jones says, "What's the best way to beat Seattle? Cover 3 defense?
Quick time in a rhythm, bro.
No, he's talking about
cushion.
like
you give us a cushion, blow it up. Also, don't be afraid. Even though cover 3 is a very good run defense, don't be afraid to get in there with a zone blocking concept and let Howard. If Howard's healthy and you got this, Mama said knock you out behind him in Holyfield, man, get physical. 4 yards down the field every time. 4 yards. Like eventually you got to come out of that. You're going to have to come out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like the minute you start creeping up more with those safeties, play action beat you over the top. I mean, that's really the key. And I think that's what we've been missing with Jordan Howard gone. We're missing the physicality.
Correct. Philly Fresh got
Howard
one.
was a bowling ball. Man, I mean, I'm just hoping that I didn't want to jump into this on this particular, live stream, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I saw comments, saw a video where somebody was saying that Holyfield is here to replace. They're here to get him a look, and he's going to replace Jordan Howard come this offseason. I don't know about that, man. I think you might be counting your chickens before they hatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some pretty big shoes that you're saying they're going to get filled. So I don't know if I agree with that one. Like, maybe, but he better be real good to be able to do that. And I don't know that the Eagles still don't. If you let Howard walk, I still think you kind of have to address it in the draft. I know that the Eagles liked Holyfield, but you need a complimentary back to spot into Sanders. You got to have a complimentary back there.
Hey, so real quick, I'm gonna touch Philly Fresh question. He said, I want you to answer this. Who's more important in this game, Jenkins or Cox?
Damn, that's a good question. Jenkins. I'm gonna say no. You know what? I'm changing my mind already. I'm gonna say Cox, and I'm gonna say why. Jenkins, shoring up the back end. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. It's on the stove. It's on there. Cool. Good job, man. We went and got a new car today, so we didn't know if there was Bluetooth capability on it or not. She just figured out that they just didn't know how to pair it at the dealership, so she just figured it out. But I don't drive it, bro. I like driving my hooties, bro. So here's the thing I'll say. Jenkins in the back end, yeah, I mean he's key to the defense, no doubt about it. You lose the battle up at the front, you're in trouble. If you lose that battle at the line of scrimmage, you're in trouble. Who's the most dominant guy we got on the defensive line?
Fletch.
Fletch don't win those matchups, we're in trouble.
Yeah, I'm looking at it more as of a Fletcher's always going to be there in the run game, and like again, our guys played good against the Giants with
Mhm.
Daniel Jones missing in the rain, but Russell Wilson's going to get some touch passes. So that brings us into this one. King James says, which
Yeah, I was
cornerback
about to
would
go
you
to that
start?
one.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I
I
was
looked at that
about to
one.
go to that one. All right, y'all. Which cornerback would you start versus Seattle?
That's
Mm,
rough.
thank God we don't have to put Ronald Darby in this conversation. Can I be honest?
Go
Sidney
ahead.
Jones. Sidney Jones.
And who? Who's the two?
Jalen Mills and Sidney Jones.
It's but what
Give
Jalen
me the
Mills
hot hand. Give me the hot hand at corner, and give me the guy that can get beat one play and come back and play like he made the play before. Like,
but Avonte Maddox was balling before he did something to his back.
yeah, but I mean, he comes in and out of games so much because you know what I'm saying. Like, and I think Avonte Maddox is just way better suited to be inside.
Yo, but Cravion LeBlanc was really balling in the slot, and he had
Yeah.
like 4 pass breaks. But I'm definitely with the Cindy Jones again. Though, if Jalen Mills is healthy, I'm gonna throw him out there because he's just the
Mm-hmm.
vet there. You need some type of that. But if he's hampered by any means, I wouldn't be paired to doing Jones, Maddox,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the inside Cravion with flip flopping Rasul and Mills if he can't go fully. Flip flopping him.
Magamaj, what's up, man? King James, that was a good question, man. That's a really good
Really is.
question. I hope Carl, I hope we let G Ward do a fun trick play like Pats did with Edelman. I feel like it's building, man. Somewhere I can't see Doug going the whole season without pulling out like a serious trick play. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I mean we already implemented in the most important game of the season. Well, the Dallas one where it's like Dallas can take control if we beat them. We used him in it, so I
Yeah.
believe he did a run. He ran the ball this time. I believe in this game, the very first playoff game, Greg Ward will attempt a pass. He's going to attempt a pass. Does he
Mm-hmm.
complete it? Is it in the red zone? Is it on some Philly number 2? I don't know, but I believe he completes a pass or attempts a pass, not completes, attempts one.
Uh-huh. Sexy Vegan said he would put Douglas on Metcalf in the end zone. I don't think it matters who you put on Metcalf, man. He can elevate over him, to be real.
Yo, did you know that, we are 4th in the NFL on third down defense? Did not know that. I did not know that.
I knew we were pretty good. I didn't know we were that good. Yeah, that's
And we're
balling out.
and we're 3rd in red zone touchdowns. So when we get down there, we score. We just sometimes lack getting down there.
All right, let's see. Carl's with you on LeBlanc. She likes LeBlanc a lot. Yeah, I got what you meant. Sexy Vegan. It's all good. Randy Cox said that, or Randy Jones said Cox.
Yeah. And I agree with you. Cox is important, but I am scared that, the Eagles just showed a great secondary performance. We're home, and that's the key advantage. The whole
Mm-hmm.
defense plays way better. Like I said, 29 points on the road, 17 points at home. Big difference. But Russell Wilson can't Lockett's fast. You just alluded on Metcalf. He can go up and get it. He's a big body receiver with speed. I'd rather make sure we can shore up some coverage because
Yeah.
they can fly. They can fly.
My biggest fear is that both of those guys are fast.
Mm-hmm. And so if Rasul Douglas is in the game, he will get burnt. I like Rasul Douglas, but not on the outside when he's going against he
Yeah.
can't diesel like
He's got to
Metcalf.
be off coverage. He needs to be off. You can't put
You
him
need
up in
that
man.
cushion.
You can't. Yeah. Yeah. He struggles there. I think Rasul would be better inside too, to be real.
Yeah, because they don't really have to run down field unless they're doing a up the seam like a seam route. But he would be better.
I would love to see him against like the bigger, stronger slot receivers. Put him inside on them and just see how he matches up. Because I mean, he is a fighter. He'll fight you for the ball. I mean, he's got good instincts and off coverage. I mean, you
Hey,
know what I
real
mean?
quick, I
Yeah.
actually got to get ready to go. I have to run out somewhere. So it's
Oh, you're
always
good,
good
bro.
talking with you, Gate City. My favorite favorite Eagle YouTuber. So real quick, let me get your prediction before I go, and then you can take
Yeah,
over the whole
I'll
thing.
read everybody else's predictions afterwards. All right. My prediction. I might surprise people with this one, man. 27-13 Eagles.
Ooh, I like that. I would love that. I'm gonna go 27 as well. That was my magic number, but I'm gonna go 27-17 Philly. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching my part. Gate City Sports is going to continue most likely. At the end of the day, if you're not subscribed to me and you would like to just check out my videos, all you got to do is type Philly Mike in the search bar, watch my last video. If it's good, subscribe. If it's bad, just get away from it.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. But at the end of the day, if you want to check my channel out, Philly Mike, do what you got to do. Let's go, Eagles. Always good talking with you, Gate City. I'm out.
All right, man. I'll see you later, Mike. All right, guys. So real quick, man, before I jump off of here, do me a favor. Follow suit, guys. Let me know. What are your predictions on the score? What do you guys see for the score? All right, Cash Face, a lot to a little Eagles. We about to put the league on notice. The only thing that actually makes me nervous about the 49ers is Bosa. Kara, he's a really good football player. I agree. Eagles Clips. What's up, bro? Yeah, he told me he only had about an hour, guys. It's tough, man. I like doing these lives long as well, man. But yeah, it is tough to stay on for a long distance of time. I'm pretty sure he will eat Carson, laugh out loud. All right, King James, 23-14 Eagles. All right, guys, give me your score predictions before we jump off here, guys. Give me your score predictions. Philly Fresh got 24-17 Birds. We got Mugamaj got 32-24 Philly. Dope 72 D-Dubs got 21-17 Philly. Randy Jones, good point, man. Their tight end's pretty good. Kara's got 31-21 Eagles. Yeah, we do, bro. We got some crazy fans, man. Sexy Vegan, 30-14. Sexy Vegan, you think the Seahawks are going to win? Or are you saying 30 Eagles 30, Seahawks 14? Eagles Clips, 30-20 Eagles. I like that, man. He got the EAGLES Eagles. EP 445 gave up his job for this game. What happened, man? They tried to make him work. Seahawks win. I don't know, Sexy Vegan, man. I feel good about our chances, bro. I think we caught the exact team we needed to catch in this wild card round. Yeah, and he quit. I think doesn't he work like security, guys? I mean, I've worked security myself, man. When I first got in the military and I went to college, guys, I worked security, and then I managed security for a long, long time. So, bro, you can pick up another security job pretty easy. Those aren't hard to find. 31 for us left. Yeah, I got what you meant, Carr. Anybody else got any predictions? All right, guys. Since we did score, one more thing to do before I jump off here, guys. One more thing to do before we jump off here. Tell me, who leads the Eagles in rushing this game? Who leads the Eagles in receiving this game? Who leads the Eagles in rushing this game? Who leads them in receiving? Sexy Vegan, it's not that I don't disagree that the Seahawks have been a hard team for us to beat, but our defense is a different animal at home, and we're a much different football team than Week 12, man. We're playing with a lot of confidence. And the Seahawks, they have not been good of recent, man. They've lost 3 out of 4. I think they're kind of limping into this game, man. So I'm going to say for rushing, guys, I'm going to say Boston Scott's going to lead us in rushing. I'm going to say our leading receiver will be Dallas Goedert. I think Dallas Goedert will be our leading receiver. Sexy Vegan said Goddard and Howard. All right, Sensei Apache Column said 40-10 Eagles. Eagles Clip said he's got Wentz throwing for over 300 yards and Boston Scott with 179. Is that total scrimmage yards? So King James said rushing Howard, receiving Dallas. I'll tell you what, guys, I hope Jordan Howard is back to himself. I do. I hope he's 100%, guys. All right, y'all, I'm going to hang on for a couple more minutes so I can get some of y'all, a couple more of you guys in terms of your predictions. Latosha Leach, Boston Scott rushing, and Dallas Goedert receiving. Yeah, I'm on board with that, Miss Leach. Same thing. King James, Howard wants another contract. I think Howard's in a peculiar situation, King James, because before he got injured, he was balling, and then the injury occurred. Kind of puts him in a really weird place, man. What's up, Philly Mike? I appreciate that, bro. Hey, man, I love doing live streams with you. Sadon, what happened to Mike? Mike had to go, man. He had to run out. All right, guys, you guys got any more predictions? I'm going to do about one more minute, guys. I'll hang on for one more minute. Dow's going to get the last few touchdowns. Sadon's got 27-20 Philly. All right, guys, I'm going to do my little spiel while I get ready to close this out. So if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Steve. This is Gate City Sports Channel. For all you guys that have, you know who I am and you've been around for a while, guys, if you're waiting on when the next video is going to be from me, look, coming up, guys, I'm gonna definitely do a preview video with Seattle. I'm going to talk a lot about the offensive line play, kind of give you guys my keys to victory. Guys, I'm going to be looking to try to do something live. I'm going to try to do a live stream either again Saturday or maybe a pregame. I might even try to do a pregame like early Sunday morning. So I'll try to jump on again with Philly Mike. Guys, if y'all want to come on here and y'all want to talk and y'all want to be part of the live group, man, you guys just need to hit me up on social media, man. Hit me up on either Instagram or hit me up on Twitter, or you can hit me up on Facebook, guys. Just search my first and last name on Instagram. It should be I think it's like Steve_Hyder. I think on Twitter it's Hyder Steven. And then Facebook, guys, just type in my name, Steven Hyder. It'll pop up. So y'all hit me up. Let me know if you guys want to come on. I think at some point what me and Philly Mike are going to do is we'll start a sheet for guest appearances, and we'll do it that way. So y'all just give us a shout out, and we'll do stuff like that, man. We'll holler at me, let me know. We'll get it set up, man. But I'm probably going to definitely do pregame videos. So I'll probably do like pregame on Sunday, and these next 2 days, I'll probably do preview videos, man. Like really breaking down the individual matchups and what I think needs to happen for us to really walk away from this with a win, man. Because yeah, bro, we're gonna have to, man. We got to figure a way out of winning this game, man. Getting Deshaun Jackson back is huge, man. All right, King James. Yeah, but the Eagles didn't know they had a run game until they had to depend on Howard 100%, bro. I'm pretty sure they will sign for another year. King James, I'm hoping. I'm a huge Howard supporter, man, but I don't know, man. I try not to, Howie's a little unpredictable at times, man. I got Wentz throwing for 3 touchdowns. My man's been balling out, bro. He's been balling out. Carl said 2 touchdowns for Dallas, 1 for Perk, 1 for Boston. Victory formation. Yeah, that's what I want to see, Sadon. I want to see a victory formation for the Eagles at the end of this, bro. We should tell Jerry Jones that Mike Groh is an offensive genius. We talked about a sexy vegan. If you go back to the very beginning of this live stream, that's the first topic we talked about. Guys, if y'all don't know who Sadon Alaron is, man, he's a YouTuber. He does this Eagle content stuff too. I'm subscribed to him personally. Guys, check him out, man. He's one of these guys who's up and coming. Go check him out. All right, y'all. I'm going to jump off here. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to do that thing we do on my channel where we close out and we go EAGLES. Hey, guys. Man, we got a fighting chance, bro. Look, we made it into the playoffs. That was the biggest piece. Now we're here. Now I want to see someone try to knock us out because I think our boys are ready to fight, man. I think we are ready to fight. I don't think it matters who we play. I think we're ready to fight this week, guys. I think we're ready to fight the next week. I think we're ready, bro. And if we get Deshaun Jackson back, look out. Wentz with Jackson, with Sanders, with Howard, with Rob Davis, with all these other guys, Greg Ward Jr., Dallas Goedert. I mean, could be special, guys. This could be special, man. All right, y'all. I thank y'all for tuning into the live stream. Like I said, guys, check me out tomorrow and Saturday, preview videos. Sunday, I'm going to try to do that pregame live stream, all right? I'll hit Philly Mike up and see if he wants to jump on that one. And if any of you guys are interested, like I said, just hit me up on social media, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, and let me know, all right? And I'll get you all set up, and I'll get you a link to join in. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm out of here, guys. Bye.